Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this step-by-step DIY video, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to change your oil in your M340i with the B58. Now the B58 is in many different BMW models, so this DIY will apply to you. Today's video, we're going to stick with the 0W 20 weight for the M340i, and we're doing the liquid moly oil change from FCP Euro. So guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this DIY started. Kick things off, we're going to go ahead and pop the hood and then lift up the car with the Quick Jack 6000 ELX series. You're going to pull 2 times. Okay, next you're going to locate your drain plug. Now your drain plug is right up here. Actually spells it out for you. Open goes this way, has arrows of course, and then closed goes the other way. So we're going to follow this. Just put 2 fingers in here, open. Just turn it, it'll click off, and then go ahead and remove the little cover. Make sure to put your drain pan right in the right location. Once you have that, go ahead and do your 17 millimeter, just using that 3/8 drive right here. Start letting the oil drain all out. Now once this is done, you need to make sure to get the drain washer that I see that's still stuck on there, because it is not on the actual drain bolt here. It's stuck up there. We want to make sure to get that off before we put the new crush washer on. I'm going to remove the engine cover. Now the engine cover on the B58 just has a couple grommets on it, so all you have to do is just pull up on it, front, and of course the back. Once you do so, you can lift it off and move it out of the way. Next we need to get to the oil filter. Now the oil filter is right behind here. So we're gonna go ahead and pull up this DME cover. Just pull straight up, so that way you can just get the access that you need right down in here. So here's where you're gonna see your oil filter at. It's within a housing that's down in here at an angle. I'm using a 1 1/4 socket that goes right over the top. I'm gonna stuff a rag down in here, because you know you got the DME, you got a bunch of other electronics that are like right next to all this. And there it is. So what we need to do next is remove the oil filter and then the O-rings and stuff like that. All you have to do is pull straight up. It'll pop off. The side that's gonna go into the housing here, so we'll make sure we'll set that aside. This is the genuine BMW kit for the B58. So we got a new filter here. Go ahead and set that aside. And then within the box, you'll get the other O-ring and crush washer that you need. So crush washer will be on the drain pan, so we'll put this aside so we can go ahead and put that in. And we just have to remove this O-ring on the housing. A little trick to remove the actual O-rings, just have a pick tool. You'll be surprised how often you use these on BMWs. It just makes it easy. You can use a flathead screwdriver as well, but the pick tools just make it just that much easier because they're nice and thin and they just get in there. So all you have to do is just walk it all the way around. So that way you remove it. And then go ahead and add your new O-ring just over.
Pull it all the way down. So it's just like that. Go ahead and add some oil on this O-ring. Just makes it easier to slide over the housing right here. This is the stock housing. There's 4 connecting points within there. So this is what slides over top of that. So that way it can connect fully. So all you have to do is take your new oil filter, push it over. It's gonna be like that. And make sure it's fully pressed on. You'll hear it click like that. That way you know it's good to go. Now we're ready to go ahead and install it back in here. Snake it down all through here. Start pushing on it. You'll start feeling it kind of connect and stop. Make sure you have it evenly. And what I like to do is just finger tight, just so you know it's starting off in the right threads. Now, rule of thumb with these housings, since they are plastic, they do not take a lot of force, a lot of torque. You'll keep tightening until it pretty much stops. And what you'll see is the threads right down here, you start seeing it getting closer and closer. See the thread right there? It's a small little spot. So that small little gap, that's what we have left before it's fully stopped. Smaller and smaller and smaller. Stopped. Little turn, and that's it. Does not take much. And you definitely do not want to over tighten these. Go ahead and take your rag, just clean off. And go ahead and re-add your DME cover. Now you'll want to take your drain bolt, make sure it's all the way cleaned off. And then within that same kit, take your new crush washer, make sure the crush washer is on there, and make sure that the old one is not still on the oil pan. Once you have that on your drain bolt, now we can go ahead and put this back in. Then go ahead and remove the old one out of there. Clean it one more time. Go ahead and put your new one in. Very easy to spin on by hand. No need to put any extra effort. You want to make sure you're not cross-threading it. Right when it stops, 17 millimeter. And go ahead and snug down, torque to spec. Next we'll go ahead and put in our cover, so open, close. It goes over these different points here. We're gonna get it lined up where it needs to be at, and close means it needs to go this way. So we're gonna push up and twist over. All right, next you're gonna locate your oil fill point. It's right here on the top. Turn to the left, you'll be able to open it up. Put your funnel in. Make sure it's a clean funnel. No dirt or debris. Go ahead and drop that. Now we'll go ahead and start adding in our oil. Now we're gonna go ahead and open up our 1.06 US quart. We're gonna add this one fully in. Then we're gonna open our second 1.06 quart. So really we just have to go about halfway to get to 6.9. So we'll do it right on this one. Carefully pull out your funnel at an angle so that way you don't drip any oil anywhere else. Kind of put a rag on that. It's all cleaned off, and then go ahead and put your cap back on. Now what you want to do is go ahead and grab your engine cover. There's grommets all over it, so all you have to do is get it really lined up with the oil fill point. So right there. Once you have it like that, all you have to do is go around all the spots, and I'll push all the way in. Right now we're going to go ahead and lower the car down off the quick jack so that way we can start it up, let it fully warm up, and then we'll check the oil level. And lastly, guys, you would want to reset your service interval since you just did the oil change. Now, you could go two ways to doing this as far as if you have a newer M340i like myself, I have a 2022. BMW does offer 3 years of free maintenance on any new BMW, really. I am not going to reset it on my iDrive so that way I can get my next oil change for free. So I wanted to show you how to change the oil if you're the type of guy that wants to do that 4,000, 5,000 mile oil change and then take it into BMW at the 10,000 mile mark so that way you get your free oil change. If you're like coming up past that time period, then by all means, you can go ahead and reset it. But for this video and for newer BMWs, we are going to keep it as is. That way I can take it in about another 6 months or so to get that free oil change. All right, when you're on your home screen here, you're going to click car. Once it's all pulled up here, you're going to hit vehicle status, engine oil level. Now it will do a preliminary check, meaning, all right, it's okay, it's got the right amount of oil based on the parameters, but we want to make sure that the oil is at the correct level. So engine oil measurement. And of course, the car has got to be operating temperature, neutral or park. So you'll hear the RPMs jump up a little bit, and it's just getting the proper reading. So you don't touch the gas pedal at all. Once you're ready, start measurement. RPMs will climb about just a couple hundred, but you'll tell that it's on. And you'll let it run through. %. We're at the max level based on what we just added for this oil change. All right, well, that concludes the step-by-step DIY video, how to change your oil in your B58 M340i. Now, BMW has released the B58 and many different other BMW models, so this DIY would still apply to you. Went with the liquid moly 0W20 weight, so that's just the standard weight for the M340i. There's other alternatives that you can use, but just wanted to stick with the standard. Picked up the oil through fcphero.com, so I've been using FC Hero since 2016. lifetime replacement guarantee. You really can't go wrong with BMW parts through FC Puro, but I'll drop the link down in the description box below for the oil and of course everything I used in the video. Well guys, big thumbs up on today's DIY. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tons of M340i B58 content out there. N54 335i since I've had that on the channel for a very long time, and I got some F10 M5 stuff out there as well. So main point of the channel is just to help you out where I can, save you money with the DIYs, so help out any new BMW owners so that way you have a great experience. Really, that's what it is at the end of the day. Well, thanks again, and I will chat with you on the next video. Take care.